Okay, now we are live. Okay, Karen, I just gave you host.
Okay,
So it just says custom live streaming service. Is that right? Because I don't see anything when people join that they're going to actually see we're being live streamed.
so Barry released the public notice electronically, and the Zoom link is on that. So if they want to join, that's why I need hosts, because if you get somebody on there that wants to talk all the time, I have to be able to mute them or remove them.
I wish I could do that in everyday life. I'd be careful what I say. We're live streaming.
Oh, yeah, right. Hopefully it's a half an hour meeting.
That'd be nice. I think I'm gonna hang up and then I'm gonna go in to the live stream
Okay,
and monitor it that way.
okay. Okay. All right, so then I'm gonna mute and go off, and then I'll wait for people. Once they join, I need to let them in. Are you gonna stay on until the meeting gets started, Wilson?
Yes, I'm just gonna stay on until everything gets kickstarted, and once everything looks good, I'll leave. And
All
then
right,
if you can just message me when it's done, that way I can end the live with
okay,
you on my end.
will do. All right, that'll be good. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello? Are you traveling?
What's that?
Are you traveling?
No, they ended up canceling the depot, so I'm good.
You, Damon,
How are you?
hanging in.
Yeah, good.
And
I
you're
hope this
not-
meeting isn't long. I got another one at 5 across town, so
Oof.
it's always fun to get to Corrales.
Yes, it's much nicer. You know, you drive in and you're just like, ah.
No, it's the traffic going home that's the problem.
Yes, but you get in and you pass the little sign and you can kind of take a breath.
I'll tell my wife you said that. She
I-
never lives there anymore.
I'm sure I wouldn't if I didn't have to.
She does not. Wow.
Hi, Patrick.
Hello.
How are you? It's my first day back from 10 days off, so I only briefly saw your notes, but I will.
That's fine. I did them yesterday, so.
Excellent. Ah. But just FYI, we are live streaming at the moment, 15-second delay.
Thank you.
So Madam Chair, we are live streaming at the moment.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Hello.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
So I'm going to start the recording.
Are we waiting on anybody else from ALC?
No, we're good. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. Nice to see you all here. Um, let's go ahead and start with our agenda. The first item is welcome and introductions. So let's start with introductions from folks who are on the commission and then others on the call. My name's Camille Carey. I'm the Dean of the UNM School of Law, and by statute, I serve as chair of the Judicial Compensation Commission.
I'm Patrick Ortiz, a retired attorney in Santa Fe, appointed by the Chief Justice.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Catherine Brack Morrow. I'm an attorney in Las Cruces, and I was appointed by the President Pro Tem of the Senate.
Thank you.
Damon Eli, I'm an attorney in Albuquerque. I was appointed by the Speaker.
I'm Erin Atkins. I'm an attorney in Alamogordo, and I'm the president of the State Bar.
I'm Adam Flores. I'm an attorney in Albuquerque, appointed by the governor.
All right, I'm the AOC director and by statute staff to the commission.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Sarah Jacobs from the AOC, Deputy Director.
Thanks.
I'm Karen Epler and I'm administrative support for the JCC and I work for the Administrative Office of the Courts.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Welcome. Our next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the meeting of August 6, 2024. As usual, we can rely on Mr. Ortiz for some very good edits. Could I have a motion and a second, and then we can discuss the proposed edits? A motion to approve.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Eli.
Second.
Mr. Ortiz. Thank you. Discussion. So I think we all received written markup, proposed changes to the minutes from Mr. Ortiz. I was able to decipher those. Does anyone have any questions from Mr. Ortiz about those proposed edits? Hearing none, I think we could just go ahead and have a friendly, a motion for a friendly amendment to have the minutes match Mr. Ortiz's proposed edits.
So moved.
Thank you.
I'll second.
I'll second.
Thank you. Discussion. Any concerns with the proposed edits? Can everyone read them? Yeah, great. Okay. I'll call the question then. All in favor, please raise your right hand. And that is unanimous. Thank you so much. So the meeting minutes from the August 6, 2024 meeting have been approved. Thank you, commissioners. The next item on the agenda is to discuss the first draft of the 2024 JCC report. Mr. Reifsteck, thank you so much for writing this draft report for us. Is there anything you'd like to say about the report?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Not much to add on the report substance, but a big thank you to Mr. Ortiz, who caught my many typos about which I'm very embarrassed. But I think it just reflects what we discussed last time, really focusing on the retirement piece and then just sort of a costs, have judges getting the same cost of living increase as any other state employees get.
Before we move forward with a motion, does anyone have any questions for Mr. Reifstack, comments, concerns? We are breezing through this meeting.
I thought that it was well put together and reflected everything that we had discussed last time. So thank you for doing that.
Mr. Ortiz?
I agree with that sentiment. I have a question. We didn't say anything about the funding for this. And I think last time we discussed two possibilities, one getting there immediately without a special appropriations from the legislature, and one doing it over 2 years. Any new information about what we might be thinking on that?
Take that as a question for me, Madam Chair and Mr. Ortiz. I think, currently the price tag on this is not huge. And my thinking is to ask the courts to look at their own budgets and figure out how to fund the small increase to the state portion, right? That would be the cost for the courts, and anything for the legislature. And the reason for doing that, in my mind, is the legislature was very generous last year and the year before, really recognizing the need for these judge salaries. And I think that's, having the governor sign it, let's focus on what we've accomplished, not have to go back and say, give us even more for judicial compensation.
Any other comments or questions or concerns on that point or any other point? And again, Mr. Ortiz, thank you for all of your edits to the draft report itself. Do any of the commissioners have questions about the draft edits?
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. Sorry if it's a dumb
Yes,
question. I'd rather just ask Dean.
Yes, President
I'm not sure
Atkins,
it matters, but and great job on these edits. But when we scratch through like the 216,219 and then the 15 cents is scratched through, I suspect that's not a big deal, but is that because of the way that it's supposed to mirror the other number, or did Carl have that from the 15 cent? I just am a little confused, and I'm sorry about that. Thank you for your patience with me when I ask these questions.
Thank
You know,
you.
I did that because my recollection from last year was we just wanted to do whole dollars. But if we wanted to be more precise and do the cents, that's okay with me.
See, I'm kind of going along, to be real honest with y'all, because I'm only get a chance to do this once, and you know a lot more about doing this than I do, especially those who have served on here before. So I apologize if I'm kind of out here swimming in the deep end, not well, but I appreciate all your edits. I'm sure they're probably 100% correct. I just want to make sure that I know what we're doing, and that if anybody ever asks me, I say yes, 100%, I understood. And Carl, I'm not sure. You know how to do this a lot better than I do. Is this something that's an issue? Is it something we should even worry about? What are your thoughts?
I think this is the pleasure of the committee. I'll agree with Mr. Ortiz that rounded to the nearest dollar, I think, looks a little neater.
Yeah, to me, it looks cleaner too. I think that's good. And I would be fearful we'd be off by a penny on something, or, but that's the only thing I saw that I just, everything else seemed typographical to me. So, I thought it was really great that you were able to take the time and do that. Thank you.
Yes, thanks so much.
Yeah, and if I may, along those same lines of trying to understand the edits, I'm not sure that I can read the edit on page 2 about the magistrates. And then on page 3, that portion that's added, it looks kind of like it's added and then crossed out. I can't really read it, so I'm just trying to understand what these say.
Okay, on page 3, you're right. I put it in, and then as I got down 2 paragraphs later, saw that it was there, so I crossed out what I added. Because it would have been duplicative. On page 2, I think you're referring to the first paragraph under statutory requirement where I crossed out each.
Yeah, and then
capitalized magistrate. It reads, magistrate salaries are set by an appropriations act. And that's to follow the new law.
Got it. All right, thank you.
Any other comments, questions, or concerns? at this point, I'd like to entertain a motion to accept the draft report with Mr. Ortiz's edits. To move forward with the draft report. Thank you, Ms. Morrow. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you so much. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye and raise your hand. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. That is again unanimous. So the motion passes unanimously to accept this draft of the 2024 JCC report with Mr. Ortiz's, as usual, wonderful edits. At this time, we have the opportunity for public comment. Don't see any members of the public here. Is there any additional business before this commission?
Very efficient, Dean. Thank you to Mr. Ortiz, because we were that efficient because of you, sir. Thank you for doing that hard work.
It's
Thank you.
true. This was a very efficient meeting. At this point, a motion to adjourn, perhaps?
I move we adjourn.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Oh, Ms. Ebler.
I just have a question. So normally we schedule a final meeting to approve the final draft. Is that something you want to continue going forward, Madam Chair?
Mr. Reifsteck, is that look that you would feel more comfortable if we did that?
I think it's the committee's pleasure, Madam Chair. It sounds to me like you all approved the final draft today. But if you all want some time to look it over and finalize it or have more public comment or something, we could do that too.
I feel comfortable with what we've just decided with these edits. If the commission would like to meet again, that's okay too.
I feel comfortable with the report as edited today.
Me as well.
I too feel comfortable just getting it completed, cleaned up.
Okay, then I think we're good to go. Ms. Ebler, do you want to circulate the minutes for approval by email again? We often do that rather than waiting almost a year until we convene again. Thanks, that would be great. Okay, so I think we have a motion and a second. Special thanks to Mr. Reifsteck and Ms. Ebler for their work in support of the commission. All in favor of adjourning? Aye. Thanks so much, commissioners, for your work and for a very efficient and successful meeting.
Thanks.
Have a good
Thank
rest
you.
of your day.
I
Thank
expect
you.
every
Dean.
meeting with
Thanks so
I
much.
expect every meeting with the dean to go this quickly, okay, Dean?
You're not
Everyone,
always this
you're-
efficient.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks so
Thank
Thank you
much.
all very
Bye-bye.
much.